and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Canon EOS Photographer, RandallMRueff. Today is Friday, June the 14th, 2013 AD. And what you're looking at now is the P.D.F from Canon about the instruction manual for the EOS-1DX. That's right, the instruction manual in PDF form. And I'm going to go over it very briefly. Okay, there are approximately 420 pages, and it would take literally hours to go over every page. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go over the brief things that I think are neat and important and worthy of discussing. And as for the rest, you can go over yourself, because like I said, it would take literally hours of video to go over each thing and read each thing and talk about it and discuss it. So we're just going to make it brief, short, highlight it if you want to, or highlighted version if you can think of it that way. Okay, if you download the PDF from Canon, this is the cover page. Let me click on the PDF here. Let's do it this way. Okay, next you have the introduction, the item checklist, chapters, content, more content, handling precautions, how to take care of your lenses, quick start guide, nomenclature, which is basically an architectural term meaning name for the parts. And here's page 18, shows you some of the nomenclature or names for the parts. And again on page 19, same thing. Page 20, same thing. Page 21, this is kind of my favorite illustration. Shows the card door, the CF card door open. Plus at the bottom it shows you a lot of different connection options for peripherals and input in, input out. So there's a whole bunch of options. Autofocusing, more about autofocusing, the top LCD display. More information on that. The back LCD, not the LCD, but I guess it would be LED display, excuse me, not LCD. LED display. Except it's not red, so anyway, moving on. The battery charger. Let's go back to that for just a second. I always thought it was interesting that in 2 hours you can charge it up to 50%, but it takes 10 hours to do 100%. Just a personal note, I don't understand that, but moving on. Shows you how to put on your neck strap if you're going to use that, how to charge the battery charging tips, how to put in the battery and take it out, installing and removing the CF card, turn on the power, knowing how the batteries, how much power you have in your battery left, set the time and date zone, etc. Pretty simple. Interface language, attaching and detaching a lens, basic operations, shutter button, main dial, quick control dial, multi-controller, lock, multifunction lock, quick control for shooting, settable functions, charts, menu operations, let's see, formatting the card, let's see where we're at here, setting the power, auto power off, so if you don't use it for a certain amount of time, how long is it before it shuts off to save power, reverting to camera to default settings, image recording settings, autofocus settings, a whole bunch of stuff you need to read if you're going to actually be using this camera on a day-to-day basis. Grids, display the electronic level, which is kind of neat. Here's somebody's picture. I don't know who did that anyway. Different autofocus mode settings. A whole bunch of stuff about autofocus. There's a whole bunch. Just keep going on and on and on and on and on. yeah, I'm telling you, still, okay, customizing autofocus, still more autofocus stuff. Ooh, excuse me. Seriously, this is like autofocus, everything. Ooh, I just farted and it stinks. Excuse me. Of course, you can't smell it, but I can't. Ugh. I'm going to try to go through this a little bit faster. Obviously, take time to read this. Image settings. There's a whole bunch on that. ISO ranges, which with these professionals, cameras are really nice. Natively from 100 to 51,200, which is pretty nice. Talking about your auto balance, white balance, peripheral illumination, how to get rid of that. It's going pretty quick now. How to set up your different exposure types, focal lengths, metering modes, auto bracketing, off exposure bulbs, multiple exposures, which is a neat feature. A lot of information. Flash photography, there's lots of options there. So shooting with LCD in live mode. Here you can see on this page a lot of information being displayed, and it's kind of neat. I guess I got over 200 pages. Yeah, here. Shooting movies. Got some information on how to shoot video. Setting the ISO for that. Changing the ISO for that. Activating it, starting it. Different settings as far as quality, like HD, full HD, 720p versus 1080p. Of course, you can play back. How you different ways to do it. Set it up. You can play it back on a TV or your computer. How you can connect your camera to a computer or a TV. More information there. Ooh, this picture of a bird. Nobody cares about. Sensor cleaning. Auto sensor cleaning is a relatively new technology. It's been out a few years, but what it does is every time you turn on the camera or turn it off, it automatically vibrates or somehow does sound waves, and it cleans off the sensor. Of course, there's a lot of ways that you can customize your camera. In fact, there's literally hundreds, dozens if not hundreds of ways to customize it, with both peripherally or using peripherals or in the menu settings. There's a lot of different things you can set to change. So, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Okay, reference. Oh, of course, you got a reference section that tells you all about a lot of information here. Let's go back a few pages here. This is all that everything that comes with the camera on this page. And then there's a little bit more on the next page. I wish the GPS receiver came with the camera. I wish it was built in. So I've talked about that in numerous videos. But anyway, the button functions, the shooting settings. There's a lot of information to go over here. Power, battery. We're getting too close. We're at page 375. 420, 379, 380. Anyway, moving on. We're talking about different settings. Error codes. This is a bunch of definitions and settings or information about the. Ooh, here we go. Warnings. Do not do this. Do this. Memos. Software guide. Basically everything within this PDF's on the disk. It comes with your computer. Easy installation for Mac or PC. Of course, you have an index that tells you where to look. If you're looking for a specific thing, it tells you where to look within the PDF or the instruction manual or on the CD, depending on how you're going through this information. Of course, here's the back on the back. A whole bunch of stuff from different countries. If you want to visit different countries, you can on the website. This is the last page. This is the back page, in fact. And so I've gone over in about 10.5 minutes the basics of what's in the PDF for the instruction manual, both the book and the PDF, and on the CD that comes with the camera. Now, granted, I've gone over it very quickly. It's taken almost 11 minutes now, and I went over it super, super fast. So obviously, if you're going to own this camera or use this camera, you're going to want to either have the CD, have the manual, or have the PDF available. What I do is that I have the manual in the back of my camera case. Don't have to use it that often, but if I do need to use it, I have it. Of course, I don't have this camera, but it applies to all your cameras. So this is a brief overview of the Canon EOS-1DX. I wish I had this camera. I wish I could afford it. Until they come out with a new one, the 46.1 megapixel Canon professional high-end camera. This is the #1 camera. This is the 1DX and the 1DC, which are a little bit different. But anyway, this is the 1DX. It's one of the top cameras in the world, especially DSLR right now. So I hope I have given you some information that will be useful, and whether you want to decide to buy a camera or not, whether it's what you need or not, and maybe for some people maybe too much of a camera. For other people, it's just right, you know. Plus, there's the fact that price-wise, it's just too much because it's $6,800 without a lens. So I hope I have given you a brief that the brief overview will be informative, educational, and hasn't been too boring. But that you'll be able to take the information and use it in your future photography, whether you buy this camera or not. And if you'd like to help me get this camera, my name and address will be in the YouTube description below, where you can send money, send the camera, or whatever else you can donate. So until next time, I'm Canon EOS Photographer for RandallMRueff. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. May God bless you. And as always, keep taking those pictures. Bye.